Do you feel like you have tried 100 different keys, but none of them unlock your door? You are not broken. You're just not aligned because there is a self knowledge gap to align yourself with. And that gap must close before 2027. And I will explain why. Let's begin.
Are you ready to shine? Come on, it's the shiny one.
You got this. Welcome to the Shiny Minds Show with Dr. Shiny. Today, we are going deep. Buckle up because I am going to talk about the truth of who you are, why you must be ready and closing the gap of who you are before the year 2027, why it's important, what is the context around it, what is stopping you currently, what is the how, the tool for that, and what is the source for that. And then I will have an invitation at the end of my episode. So let's start with the gap. The reason nothing is sticking with you is because you're trying to answer a question of what before answering the question of who. If you are trying to do a lot of things and nothing is sticking because there is a fundamental truth that you haven't answered yet. And that truth is who you are. You see, when you look at the universe, the mechanics is very simple. There is the law of gravity. You know, when you just drop something, it just falls on the ground. The same thing, when you drop an action, it must fall on your truth of who you are. There must be a gravity. There must be some sort of physics of resonance for you to do things without any resistance. There needs to be alignment. There needs to be flow. And as I keep telling you these things, I am in full body goosebumps. It's the truth. You must know who you are before 2027 because 2027 is the year of great awakening. The world is going to shift to an entirely new concept, to an entirely new frequency, an entirely new human mutation. We are going to experience something extremely different. I don't know yet. I just feel it. And then I studied it. And that's why I am making the announcement so you know, so you can prepare, so you can adjust yourself, so you can answer the question of who am I before trying to answer what am I doing? What is my to-do list today? What are the action steps that I need to make today? Well, I'll give you an example. Last night, I had a conversation with a dear friend of mine, and I was just sharing how blissful I feel and how I finally feel in complete alignment with who I am and what I am doing, and why I am crystal clear about what I am doing because the actions are super aligned with the truth of who I am. And then when he was asking questions, as I was answering to him, I discovered this truth that I am sharing with you. The reason why none of your actions, none of your relationships, and none of your new careers, new jobs are sticking is because there is a deeper fundamental truth you must answer. There is a fundamental cosmic gap you must close, the self-knowledge gap. You don't know who you are. You don't know the truth of this divine light frequency. And because you have never asked yourself, who am I? Who am I really? What is my frequency? What makes me who I am? How am I different from this person right next to me? And what are my superpowers? What are my strengths? What are my gifts that I attract automatically to my life? How am I attracting, magnetizing people, events, situations, emotions, things to me? Because You see, we are the sun of our own Milky Way. We are the planet that everything around orbits to. So you have the gravity, you have the frequency that attracts everything around you. So if there is something not going in the way that you want, look in the mirror and then ask yourself, okay, where am I leaking my energy? What is the frequency that I am vibrating outside? Because it must be something in my frequency, it must be something inside of me that is attracting that reality to myself. Why am I saying that? Because again, I've studied it. You guys, nobody tells us these things. We are not taught these fundamental divine principles at schools. Okay. There are schools for that. The schools of divinity, the one that I studied metaphysics for 15 years. And then I was teaching neurolinguistic programming. And then I was teaching coaching as a tool to close the gap. But the more years go by, the more time that goes by, the clearer I become because I realize that the truth is the who we are. And then the purpose is what we do with it. So the who needs to come before the what. That is the clarity that you must know. And I actually just gave this answer to my friend last night. I was like, you know what? When I burned my boats in Istanbul in my corporate marketing career, and I moved from Istanbul to Los Angeles, California, I didn't know what I was going to do. I just wanted to know myself. I wanted to learn more about my mind, my heart, my soul. I was looking for my self knowledge. I was in awe of everything that I was experiencing in my life. There was something super cosmic about my life. There was something deeper that I wanted to understand. And so, what I did was I signed up for all these training programs that would teach me who I am, that would show me some sort of a path so that I could find myself. I could remember who I was. And along that path of searching for my truth, searching for who I really am inside, I found my purpose. I actually created my purpose. Like my purpose chose me almost because I was vibrating at that frequency. You guys follow? It's so important that you understand this because it's not the other way around. We are taught, you know what? You decide what you're going to do and you study that and then you do that. Well, no, you don't decide what you're going to do. You decide who you're going to be and you decide what is your frequency. And then you go search for it. And then you become it. Because then the what is a magnetic field. You attract it, you become it in time if you really commit to it. There is work though. I must warn you, there is inner work. And that's why it's super important for you to wake up to this truth today. I always tell my students, my neuroshine technology is never about the coaching as a tool, as a profession. My neuroshine technology as a tool for awakening. It's for enlightenment. It's for consciousness. Why? Because if you do not integrate your own truth, your own beliefs and values, and your vision, your goals, your superpowers, your gifts inside with what you are going to be doing in your life, it's not going to stick. I've done that. I've experienced it. I thought I was going to do marketing, advertising, and that's why it didn't stick. For every single year, starting in the year of 2000, almost every year, I changed my job. I went from this advertising agency to the other one, from this one to the other one, this one to the other one, including the ones in the US here in Los Angeles. None of them actually stuck because I didn't know who I was. I was just trying to do stuff. I know you resonate because I am speaking to the truth of who you are. You're not broken. There's nothing to fix. You cannot fix something that is not broken. And this is the problem that we are experiencing in the world today. And because we are going to go into a new world of awakening, a new world of consciousness, a new consciousness, you must close your own self knowledge gap. You must look into the mirror and you must ask some very deep questions that I can help you with. Because you know what the problem is? Most of the other programs and guides out there, they do ask you very fundamental questions, but and then the questions stop at the question of who. That's not where we stop. The fundamental question of my neuroshine technology that worked for me is the question of what is the source? You must answer the question, what is the source? What is the source of who you are? And I have the complete curriculum that I created, that I worked for me, and I want you to experience it. If you are listening to this right now, and if you are resonating, if there is a part of you that feels like, you know what, it is time for me to wake up so that I can also wake others up, you are my person. I am looking to work with you. I'm looking for you. I am looking for my conscious leaders because with my academy of Neuroshine Technology, we don't just certify coaches, we awaken conscious leaders. And I am looking for those conscious leaders to join us, to join the movement, to join the new era, new consciousness of great awakening, so that together we can wake people up and we can change lives, starting with your own. And how are you going to do that? Because it's important for you to know, because, like I said at the beginning, perhaps you're trying to attach a 3D label of your title, your career, your relationship, or the credentials that I provide. These are all three-dimensional stuff. These are tangible labels, tangible proof, evidence that we need here only in the third dimension. But what we are forgetting is that if you're resonating with what I am saying right now, if you're resonating with what I am breaking down to you right now in terms of the layers of multidimensional truths, then I'm speaking to you. That specific shiny mind. I am talking to you because you are multidimensional being. If you are a multidimensional being, and if you're resonating with what you are hearing, I want to work with you. Please go to my website, shinyunsal.com, and then grab that PDF. And if you like, you can directly book a call with me because the time is now. There is no more time left. There is only a year ahead. You must close this gap in 2026. Why? Because in 2027, we are shifting. The entire planet Earth is shifting. It's literally tilting. It's programming, it's background programming, it's degrees, it's orbiting, and everything around it is going to change with it. The air you're breathing is going to change. The feelings you're going to feel in your heart is going to be changing. The DNA in your body is going to mutate. You're going to feel this shift mostly in your solar plexus, where your power chakra is. Why? Because we are entering into a new era of sovereignty, sovereign power, individual power, because there is divine power within you. There is cosmic light within you. That's why I named myself Shiny, to represent that cosmic light within me, and so that I can also awaken other cosmic lights in others. So that's how it goes, dear Shiny Minds. The reason why this show is also named Shiny Minds is because I am looking to work with the Shiny Minds the volunteer souls of this new era. Yes, you know who you are. If you are a volunteer soul, you know what that means. You came here for a purpose to awaken other humans, to awaken the souls who are ready to be awakened. We're going into an entirely new frequency. I want to partner up with you. If you resonate, this is more than a program. I want to work with conscious leaders. I want to make this world a more conscious, loving, and grateful place. It's time. It's time, Shiny Minds. It is time. That's why this is my announcement. This is my calling. This is my invitation. From now on, this is the language. We don't just certify, we awaken conscious leaders. And it's time for us to work together. It's time for us to wake people up. It is time. Thank you for watching and listening and allowing my cosmic light, my shininess into your heart and your mind. And until next time, keep shining your light.
Go galactic. Go galactic. Go galactic. Then you're in the right place. Let's go, let's go.